What's going on, y'all? Five Sports Talk Fives back at it. Yes, talking NBA draft. Just got done watching it. Deep draft. I'm gonna give you all the good stuff: steals, bust, who I liked, who I didn't like, which teams I think won and didn't, and all of that good stuff. I just want to take a moment to sort of just say how bad last year's draft was, and I'm talking about the 2013 NBA draft. It just puts things into perspective, man. Like, you ever had something you try at home and you make it and you're like, oh, this is not that bad, and then you go to a high class restaurant and you try the same dish there, and you're like, wow, what was I thinking? Saying that dish was decent. I mean, this draft was deep. It was loaded. You had first rounders, first round talent that went in the second round. And I'm pretty sure there's some undrafted guys in this draft that could have possibly won in the second round and even bottom of the first round of the last draft. But with that being said, here are my winners, losers, steals, and who I did and did not like in this draft. I liked what the Lakers did. I liked what the Celtics did. Listen, not a Lakers fan or a Celtics fan. I just liked Marcus Smart picked for the Celtics. I like Julius Randle picked for the Lakers. I thought they were solid picks at where they were falling. So I really like them. Very low risk, high reward players. If I want to go steal of the draft, it's kind of hard because this draft was so deep. So you would have players falling, but I like Gary Harris at 19. I thought he went a little bit lower than I would have projected. I don't like the fit necessarily in Denver just because of how many wing players they have. But in terms of talent and upside, I really like Gary Harris. And then Shabazz Napier, listen, the Heat got a steal in Shabazz Napier at 24, I believe, that traded him for. They had no business getting him, but he fell into their laps after LeBron James tweeted he wanted him. And you know what LeBron wants, LeBron gets. So I think they're getting a big-time player, definitely a starter. I don't know how high Shabazz Napier's ceiling is, but he's a tough kid. He can come in and he can contribute right away, which is exactly what the Heat need. Bust of the draft. I might get a lot of hate for this, but I'm just going to have to say it. Picks 8 through 10, no, no, no. And I guess bust is a big word, so let's just say, let's say regular dude. Noah Vonleh at number 9 to the Hornets. I didn't like that pick. I think Noah Vonleh is a very limited upside. I don't see any big potential in him. He's just going to be a regular, average, big, serviceable in the NBA. Nothing great. And at 9, you could have definitely found better value than Noah Vonleh. I just don't think he has that much upside, and I'm just not a big fan of Noah Vonleh. And then number 8, I think it was Nick Stauskas. Yes, he's a shooter, but can he do anything else? I feel like the Kings could have addressed a couple other needs. Again, he might just be a rotation guy. If this is a specialist thing, then I guess it works out. But again, I like guys with high upside in the top 10, and I just don't feel like Nick Stauskas has that much of a high upside. And then at 10, Elfrid Payton. I know he was picked by the Sixers, but then traded to the Magic. I didn't really hear his name at all during the pre-draft mock drafts, and this guy just comes out of nowhere, in the Magic, anoint him their starting point guard. From the looks of it, he looks like to be an elite defender, but again, can't shoot. Not a big fan of point guards that can't shoot. So again, might be a regular guy in the NBA, so not a fan of those 3 picks. I thought there were a lot of winners in this draft just because of how deep it was. Again, my top 3 would probably have to be, again, Lakers. I really like what they did with Julius Randle. And then Celtics, I really like the Marcus Smart pick, and then they went and got James Young later on. And then I also like what the Bulls did, drafting Doug McDermott, trading for him. I think he addresses some much-needed shooting, and I think he can actually contribute right away. A lot of people say he's just a spot-up shooter, but I think he can do more than that. And then losers, listen, I got to go with the Toronto Raptors. Again, drafting an international player. When has that ever helped? No offense to Jonas Valanciunas, he's decent, but still, you get my point. And then the Hornets, I thought, again, Noah Vonleh, and then later on, I think at like late 20s, they picked up P.J. Hairston, who's a D-League player. You couldn't do better than a D-League player, MJ? Come on. So I thought the Hornets didn't have that great of a draft. But other than that, those are my winners and losers.